Hi, my name is Wendy, and I was diagnosed with Hodgkins Lymphoma and went through 22 chemo treatments. And I wanted to talk to you today about the 15 things I wish I knew before going through chemo. First and foremost, I wish I knew that not all chemo was the same. Chemo is different for every person going through cancer treatment, depending on the diagnosis. I thought that I would be getting the chemo that a breast cancer patient was getting, or someone with liver or colon cancer. And through my treatment, I realized that every person gets different chemo drug. And even if you do have the same diagnosis, you may have different medication that is for you. So chemo is pretty individualized to the person and their diagnosis. I was pretty naive. I really thought that chemo was all one drug, and it's not. And on that note, I do need to say that the second thing would be that not all side effects are the same. Each drug has a different side effect. I remember the first time I was on one type of chemo drug, I did not lose my hair, I had more energy. I think the only side effect I had was fatigue and just overall feeling tired. And then the second chemo that I was on made me lose my hair, made me feel sick, made me feel nauseous, made me feel all the negative side effects. So it really is dependent on the type of drug you are on and how it reacts to your body. So don't expect all the side effects. And in the same note, your side effects may be different than the next person. Third thing I wish I knew was that side effects can come differently for everyone. I was pretty shocked at some of the side effects I had. One of them was darkening line in your nails, which is so random, but I don't think mine shows that much anymore. Like, you see that line that I have? I also have a dark line on one of the nails on my toes. I think that's a side effect from chemo that quite a few people have, and I had that. I also had darkening on the underarms. Like, it looked like how people with diabetes, they get dark underarms. I got really dark underarms and wasn't really expecting that, but that is also a side effect to chemotherapy. Number 4 would be that your skin becomes very dry, super dry. It starts flaking off, and your skin changes overall. I got 2 different reactions. The first type of chemo drug I was on, I got great, amazing skin. My skin never looked better. It was so smooth, and I think it was because my cells were regenerating so quickly that it's like I got an exfoliant on my skin and got new skin, baby soft skin, and my skin was the best. And then the second chemo drug I was on, I had acne like no other. I wasn't expecting that, and I had pimples everywhere. I still have a little bit of acne scarring because of it, but it's manageable, and it does go away. But I also wanted to make note that if your skin gets very dry, it's good to moisturize and make sure that your skin is hydrated. Your skin or cell turnover is a lot quicker when you're on chemo because it's obviously killing the fast dividing cells in your body, which is cancer, but it's also things like hair, skin, and nails, and your skin will get affected positively or negatively, but be prepared that it could happen both ways. But it is good to continue moisturizing your skin so that it doesn't like feel tight, because I think my skin was feeling tight for some time, and I made sure to use a really good moisturizer to help through that time. Editing Wendy here, and I realized that I missed number 5, which was your taste buds will change. During chemo, my taste buds changed with flavor of things, and some things reeked like meat, chicken, things like that had the weirdest smell to it. So your taste buds will change, and that is a side effect of chemotherapy. Number six. Number six is the one that I'm still dealing with. And I guess this could be like a combo, is that there are some side effects that are going to linger even after chemo treatment. And six would be that your teeth get extremely sensitive. I was so shocked about that. My teeth, I don't know if it's like the enamel. I don't think it's the enamel, because I spoke to my dentist about it and he said my enamel doesn't seem affected. It could just be like nerves or something within the chemo, because chemo does mess up your nerves. Another fun fact. But it could be my nerves. I don't know what it is, but it made my teeth so sensitive that the cold, the hot, anything hurt. I could be out in the cold and just talking or breathing in the air hurts your teeth. My teeth have gotten a little bit better, but I can't like bite on ice cream or eat things that are cold if it's going to touch my teeth, because my teeth are really sensitive right now. Sensodyne helped a little bit, but the dentist actually prescribed me I think it's Denta 5000 or something. That's really helped with my teeth. It just adds that extra fluoride to the toothpaste, and it's like medical grade, and it helps protect the enamel or your teeth. So that is also something that gets affected during chemo that I never expected, and I'm still dealing with it. I wish I had a solution, and if I do find one, I will be sure to share with you. But that is something that I didn't expect that happened. Number 7 would be that your mouth gets extremely sensitive. There is a lot of things that occur in the mouth area that I didn't expect. Dry mouth, you get sores in your mouth, your teeth, your gums become very sensitive. Even brushing your teeth, it kind of hurts. That's an unfortunate but a possibility due to chemo. Number 8, oh my God, this is the scariest one of all. Neuropathy. I don't even want to sugarcoat it. It is the worst thing to happen. And I heard that it only happens to about 20% of chemotherapy patients, but it happened to me. Not the first time. I want to say the first time I got chemo, the neuropathy was very minimal. My fingertips got numb, but that was the extent. It felt like tingly and numb, and that was it. Easy peasy. But the second time around, the neuropathy was so severe that it was at a point where I got so scared and I went to the emergency room, because my arm was in excruciating pain. I don't know how to describe the pain. It's like you feel it internal, like your bones or something. I don't know. It's just throbbing pain. It just hurts, and it's so debilitating. I couldn't even use my hand because it hurt so bad. And then it also occurred in my legs, and I couldn't walk. My legs felt like jello. And they hurt, like excruciating pain. So yeah, that is unfortunate, and hopefully it doesn't happen to you. It happened to me, and I will say it did go away. They did prescribe me medication for neuropathy that really helped me, that you can ask your doctor, your oncologist, to prescribe you, and it will help. It will take down the pain. The medication that I was on for neuropathy was gabapentin. I also heard that acupuncture helps with neuropathy. I unfortunately didn't find that out until after I was dealing with it, but that is an option for you if you want to go the natural route with alleviating the neuropathy. Number 9, you will get nauseous. Nauseous, but not throw up, if that makes sense. You will be given a pre-med, 100% likely that it will be Benadryl, but it's like a high concentrated dose of Benadryl that makes you feel like you're drunk. It just makes you feel so sleepy, and a lot of the times people will fall asleep as they're being administered their chemotherapy. But the Benadryl is pretty much to help open up your blood vessels to receive the chemotherapy, because the chemo is a huge poison toxin that is pretty much killing the bad and a lot of the time some of the good in your system, and your body is fighting against that because obviously this is a foreign thing trying to attack its cells. So typically your body will try to protect you from it and close up the vessels so that the medication won't go through, and Benadryl prevents that from happening. So it is like, I guess, in like an inhibitor that forces the blood vessels open so it could receive that drug, and it won't have your body think it's having an allergic reaction to that medication. So it's kind of helping you get that chemo into your body and also preventing you from getting those side effects at the end, like throwing up and feeling sick, extremely sick, because you will feel a little sick after. But a lot of the times I would feel nauseous. I want to say up to 2 to 3 days after chemo, and I just couldn't throw up. But you just feel nauseous. It's the worst feeling, but it happens, but it does go away. Number 10 would be something that one of the nurses told me, was to drink a gallon of water each day from the day you get chemo till up to 3 to 4 days after getting chemo, because you are at this point trying to detox your body and release all the chemicals and the poison that's pretty much going into your body out of your system. And the best detox would be peeing. For lack of a better word, you want to drink as much water as you can, because the water obviously goes through your bloodstream, cleans it out, and then you pee it out. And that's what you want to do. You want to, the minute the chemo runs through your body, it does its job. So now your job is to get rid of it as much as you can, as fast as you can, so you don't get as many side effects. And I did notice a difference, because before the nurse told me that, I would get so sick right after chemo. It would take about 10 to 12 days for me to get back on my feet, and then I had like 1 or 2 good days, and then I had to go back to chemo, and it was that cycle over and over. And I did notice a big difference when I started doing that. I would even bring my huge water with me to chemo and start drinking, and I would be going to the bathroom so much, but I did feel that I could recuperate a lot quicker. I was back up and running in maybe 5 days. So I would definitely suggest drinking a gallon of water, or trying to drink a gallon of water every day to flush all those chemicals out of your system. Number 11 would be constipation. I didn't realize that one of the medications that help prevent nausea created constipation. It's like you solve one thing and then you get something else. That didn't happen to me in my second round of chemo, but my first round of chemo, that drug made me so constipated to the point, I've never been constipated, and that was like the first time I felt like pain in my stomach. It was just so bad, and I didn't know what it was, and I found out that it was constipation. And the remedy that I found for it was walking. Walking helped me so much. I would at least try to walk, not outside, but I mean, if you can, I would at least try to walk 1 to 2 miles a day to get your bowels moving and not feel that constipation, because it really does hurt so bad. Number 12 will be, you will get chemo brain. If you don't know what that is, chemo brain is pretty much like brain fog. You will forget things, you will lose your train of thought, you will find yourself not functioning. Your brain will not be functioning at full capacity. Let's just say that. You will get brain fog and you will get chemo brain. and that's totally normal. But your brain will recuperate once you're done. I promise you. I mean, I think I still get brain fog. I don't know, chemo brain till this day. But you will get chemo brain, where things just, you forget things. Things are not so readily accessed in your mind. You will have memory problems, but that's okay. It's okay. Number 13 is you will be tired. I think this one's pretty self-explanatory, but you will get so tired. Like, even getting up to make myself a breakfast seemed like a mission to me. You will get tired, but on the contrary, you will have some days where you get this boost of energy that you didn't even think you could get during chemo treatment, but it's completely normal, and it's just a part of it. Get ready to be tired, but just, take those days, like the days you get to just lay in bed and watch movies all day or read a book. Number 14 will be that you can live a completely normal life during chemo. It is a possibility. Some drugs obviously are extremely debilitating, and it makes it hard for you to live a normal life. By all means, I went through both sides of the spectrum, but there are some chemo drugs where you can live a completely normal life. The first round of chemo I did, I was flying the day of chemo and flying back home right after chemo. And I think I just had one day after chemo that I was just a little tired. So I just spent that day just watching movies and things like that. But besides that, I was up and running. I felt pretty normal. So it is a possibility that you can luck out and live a completely normal life. Again, I do want to remind you guys that symptoms vary from person to person. I'm just giving you my take on things and the experience I went through, and letting you know that there can be a dichotomy of symptoms with everyone. Just like every chemo drug is different, every human body is different, and how you take care of yourself in between chemos also affects the way that you're going to react. So make sure you're eating healthy, make sure you're hydrating, make sure you're resting, make sure you're sleeping, make sure that your mental health is in check and you're not so depressed and down all the time. It is a part of cancer, obviously, but that leads me into the 15th thing that I wish I knew when getting chemo is support groups. I found out about WeSpark through my therapist, and it was the best thing that I could have ever joined. It is free for all cancer patients. You just have to apply at WeSpark, and you automatically become part of this network of professionals and cancer patients. They have group therapy sessions. They have via Zoom at the moment, and then they also have meditation sessions, lymphatic drainage massage sessions. They have so many resources that I wish I knew about when I first got diagnosed. And last but not least, let me give you a bonus tip. It would be just to be kind to yourself. Love yourself through this, because you are doing so much for your body. Your body is fighting for its life. Be appreciative, be grateful, and really take the time to be grateful for your body and all that it's fighting for to try to keep you alive. And just being kind. I know you're looking in the mirror and you're realizing that you don't see the same person that you used to be, seeing a different shell of a person, and you need to be kind to yourself. You need to love yourself through it. Don't put so much pressure on yourself that you need to do X, Y, and Z during this time. You're already doing a lot by fighting for your life. Your body's already doing a lot by helping you live. So be kind and love yourself through this whole entire process. And if you have any questions, comments, anything regarding chemo or the cancer journey itself, let me know in the comment section down below. And thank you all so much for watching.